today's video, I wanted to talk to you about whitening at home versus whitening at the dentist and different white strips and what works and what doesn't and that kind of thing. Because teeth whitening, I know that in other countries who I've spoken to, some people say it doesn't matter to them as much. But for me and my friends and the people who I'm generally around seem to be pretty particular about their teeth. And you know, we want our smiles to be straight and white and bright and beautiful. So I wanted to talk to you about at-home whitening versus the dentist, because the dentist can be costly, but do you get a better result there versus at home? And I want to talk to you about my experience and then how white strips work in the first place. And whether it's white strips that you have at home or whether it is a whitening treatment that you go into the dentist for, it's kind of basically the same thing. And it's removing tarnished layers of enamel on your teeth that have, you know, yellowing due to smoking or coffee or, you know, not brushing or whatever you may be the situation. But it's removing and whitening that outer layer of enamel just to make your teeth look brighter. Now, one con to both at-home whitening and professional whitening at the dentist is that it can cause sensitivity. There are toothpastes that can help with this, like Sensodyne or things like that, that actually help, you know, because when you're removing kind of layers of the tooth, if it's a very invasive treatment, that can be very painful. For me, I've used the Crest white strips before. Those are kind of the leading brand on the market. And they basically wrap around your teeth, but I've noticed that they kind of irritate my gums, and I have personally noticed that they do make my teeth a little bit sensitive. So if you do have really strong teeth or don't mind that, that's fine, but for someone who is a bit more sensitive, you want something that's going to give you whitening power without that, you know, stripping feeling and effect, because you don't want to weaken your teeth overall. Now, when you do it at the dentist, they can use different things. They can use chemicals, they can use lights, they can use LEDs, they can use a combination of three. And dental appointments I've found cost anywhere from $500 to $3,000. I have only done teeth whitening at the dentist once. I was pleased with it, but I personally found that I got at-home results better. These are what I've been using for quite a while now, and I have noticed that I do like the results of these better than the dentist, because the dentist wasn't painful. It was actually painless when they were doing it, and I didn't get a lot of sensitivity, but it did cost me a little bit more than I wanted to pay, whereas I am able to find these on sale. And these come with 7 days, whereas the dentist did it in 1 day. With these, it does take me 7 days. I feel like I can get the same result for $40 as opposed to $600, that's worth it for me. So the difference is that with these and with most whitening strips at home, you don't have a light. I have tried whitening strips or whitening gels at home that you gel onto your teeth and you have a little white LED light. I don't like those at all because they irritate my gums a lot. I have very sensitive gums, and I don't know what it is, but the Crest whitening strips and the LED ones that you, Whitening Lightning, those really irritate my gums really bad because you like stick it onto your teeth and it has like a gel. I found this to be very, very painful for me. Now, like I said, the dentist wasn't painful. It did not irritate my gums. They used a light and a cream kind of thing that went over the teeth. But I found that these worked just as well. And like I said, these are, what, $40, and I get free shipping because I live in the USA. I live in California. It says easy to use teeth whitening system, smile makeover in 7 days, cool mint flavor. And these are on sale. I know that with the dentist too, I got my dental stuff on sale as well. Normally they want to charge you a very hefty sum, but you can actually talk to your dentist office about promotions and stuff if that is the route that you got to go, or just look up coupons online. This one is originally like $130. And yes, it works, and yes, it's not like a syringe that you need, and no, it doesn't irritate my gums, and yes, it makes them white. But at the same time, I don't really want to pay that kind of money when I can get it on sale. So I will link you the coupon code. As far as dentists go, I don't know what dentist is near you. I would say I would link you a coupon code to your dentist, but I don't know who your dentist is. But if that is something that interests you, you should talk to them. And then there are also those little ones that you bite into that I talked about that I don't like. So that being said, I'm also going to show you how to use different white strips and how to make them more effective. And these are really the ones that you use at home. I don't know about the dentist, and I don't know about the LED ones, but when it comes to at-home use, you want to make sure your teeth are brushed first. If you have a little speck of dirt or food or something on your teeth and you end up doing a white strip, that little speck, if it doesn't, like, if the product doesn't penetrate, it could actually cause a little bit of an issue. So first things first is that you want to make sure that you have brushed your teeth, and you also want to make sure that you've eaten something, because you're not going to want to eat or drink anything for about an hour after you do this, just because sometimes the formula stays on your teeth a little bit, and if you drink water, something that can actually, or eat something that can get into your system, and it's safe because it's safe to go in your mouth, but you know, depending on what the chemicals are, it's not something you want to intentionally ingest. So these are the classic Vivid from Crest that I am used to using. These are okay. They kind of go along the top of your teeth, but like I said, I have noticed irritation. And by the way, with all white strips, there are usually a top and a bottom. But how the Crest ones work, I'll demonstrate for you here. They're kind of like these little strips, and you smile, usually in front of a mirror. And you hi, and now I can't talk. But you basically let these sit on your teeth forever. And for me, this irritates my gums, so I'm going to take mine off now. For me, I'm already stinging and welting up, and that's the other thing about the Crest is that they don't stay on as well. These are actual trays, and the ones with the LED and the ones that the dentist give you are actual trays, so it is a little bit easier to do. And I would recommend not talking on the phone or like getting an email or a movie to sit down and watch or something, just so that way you're not super distracted and talking, because regardless of which white strip you use, it's going to be very difficult to hold a conversation or, you know, anything like that. It is easier with these to go about your daily schedule than the little Crest ones. The LED ones are ridiculous because you have to hold a light in your mouth and you end up drooling all over yourself. But these come with a gel preset here, and you just basically place these into your mouth. And they're kind of like a little tray. So like I said, you can kind of go around like this. Don't talk, just be on a computer or something like that. Can you guys hear me? I feel like, I don't know, I feel like an old man with my dentures slipping. That's what I feel like when I talk like this. So to spare you, I will take it out. But that is how those work. Now, when it does come to taste, the ones that I use are personally the cool mint strips. So they do taste like mint. It doesn't taste bad. The Crest ones do kind of taste like crud muffins. I have used the Safeway ones, which are also a tray, but those don't stick to your teeth very well. And Safeway is like Vaughn's and like Ralph's or something. It's like all the same or something. I don't know. But those taste pretty nasty. The gel ones don't really have a flavor. They're just irritating to me. And then the dentist one is basically just a light. And I think that you can choose your flavor depending on which dentist you go to. But my dentist did not have a choice. But those are just my thoughts and opinions on whitening at home versus at the store. This is personally what I would recommend. I would recommend talking to your dentist if you have weak teeth or weak enamel, because once you break down your enamel, it is hard to rebuild. It is definitely best to brush your teeth and keep them pearly white from the beginning. But if you're like me and like to drink tea or like to eat sugary things and don't always get the chance to brush for 2 minutes on the top and bottom twice a day, then these are little things that can help you boost up before an event. So like I said, the dentist, it literally takes 1 day. It's super fast. Crest whitening strips and the smile packs, you can see results within 30 minutes, but it should take 7 days for you to actually see multiple changes in the color of your teeth. Those LED ones, they say that you can see a change in 7 days, but honestly, all I do is drool over myself, and I was a long time ago gonna save one to show you guys in a video, but I never got around to it, and I ended up recycling it because it's just a piece of plastic with a little light bulb in it. But